The relationship that you and Turner have, could you explain it to me? He is your,
Boss.
he's your employer, okay, and you've been employed for him for how long?
6 years.
And has that relationship ever moved from the boss employee?
Probably friends maybe, but just boss employee.
Okay, he has never made advances on you?
Mm-mm.
As far as, let's take this to the next level, I like you type of advancements?
Mm-mm.
No, so it's just been, from your point of view, working relationship and a relationship that is a good relationship, and you also would consider him a friend, even though he is your boss, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. After midnight, after you experienced this, what other details or responsibilities did you have that evening?
After I cleaned up the party, well, kind of during cleaning up the party, I give Sabrina her medicine.
And she's someone that lives also there at the residence, is that correct?
She was visiting the residence.
Okay, and you gave her medication?
Yeah, I am a certified.
Oh, you're also a certified nurse, a CNA.
Mm-hmm.
So you're employed through Turner Bentley, but you're also accredited as being a CNA.
Yeah, so I was available to be able to give her the medicine.
Okay, and you gave her medicine?
Mm-hmm.
What type of medicine did you give her?
Insulin.
Insulin. Why does she need insulin?
Because she has diabetes.
She's a diabetic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how was that medicine delivered to her? How did she ingest it? How did it go into her body? Do you know?
It was a needle injection.
Okay, so you gave her the injection?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was she at that time? Was she sloppy drunk? Was she coherent?
She was coherent enough, but she was tired.
Okay. Is there anything wrong with giving insulin when someone is intoxicated, or that doesn't cause a problem? I don't know. I'm not educated on that.
It does not.
It's okay. So, alrighty. So you gave her medicine at approximately what time that evening?
At a 12:30.
Okay.
Because she went up to her room at 12.
All right. And then you left her
Yes.
at that time. And what did you do after you left Sabrina's room and give her the insulin injection?
Then I continued to help with the party, and then when it was over, I cleaned up.
Okay. So that was the last time that you saw Sabrina, is that correct?
I saw her the next morning at 8 a.m. to bring her breakfast, open the curtains, but I thought that she was just asleep.
Okay, so you went back to her room then?
Yes.
Okay, so you went back to the guest house at about what time again? So I'm gonna take a step back here. You left the party at about 1:30, is that right?
I left the party at about 2.
Okay, and went back to your house, your guest house. Went to sleep, is that correct?
Yeah.
Anybody collaborate that you were there at that time? Could verify that you were there?
Corey, probably.
Okay. Are you guessing, or are you saying, yeah, I saw her there, she saw me there?
Yeah.
That's okay. And then you were on the clock again the next day?
Yes.
And what time did you clock in to perform your Maid CNA duties?
6:30 a.m.
Okay, and so you reported back to the mansion at 6:30. And what did you go about doing then?
Setting up the house for another day,
Okay,
for another regular day, and Sabrina requested that I bring her breakfast at 8 a.m. to wake her up. So
was
is what I
that the
did.
previous evening when you had given her insulin injection, is that correct?
That was when she first arrived at the house, and she wasn't intoxicated at all.
Okay, so she said, hey, this is what, I want breakfast at this time?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there a certain request that she had for breakfast, or whatever you were preparing for that day?
It was just whatever.
Okay. And so at what time that morning did you go back to her room?
8 a.m.
And you brought her breakfast, correct?
And I opened her curtains.
So you walked into her room, and what did you see?
I saw her laying down, face down,
Okay.
and I've never seen her sleep, so I figured she was just asleep.
And so you entered the room, and you were trying not to disturb her. And you opened the curtains to let in some light. And you set the food down.
On the bedside table.
Okay. And try to wake her? Say anything to her?
No. I left a note on the tray just to say, here's your breakfast.
And did touch her or anything like that? So you walked in, oh, sleeping, open up the lights, give a little light in there, put the food down on the tray, left, never talked to her, never touched her,
Nope.
never said anything to her or whatever whatsoever, and left?
Yeah.
Okay, and after you left, what did you do?
Then I continued just maiding around the house.
Okay. Sabrina was then found dead in her bedroom at 1 o'clock by Bonnie. Where were you at during that time? Where were you at in the home, or if you were in the home, and what were you doing?
I was like cleaning up lunch stuff, and when I heard Bonnie screaming, I was the one to call the police.
It never crossed your mind to check on her after you brought her food at 8 o'clock and you still hadn't seen her by 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay, so you just thought, she's fine, whatever it is, in her room, sleeping, I'm doing my job. You heard Bonnie scream?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, and so you're in the house, and at 1 o'clock you become aware of it because of Bonnie. And what did you do?
I went up to see what was happening.
Okay, and what did you see?
I saw, a normal reaction to seeing a dead person,
Okay,
and I had the same reaction to seeing a dead person.
okay. Did you call 911 or did someone else call 911?
I did because I had my phone on me since I was working.
Okay, and did you let anybody else know about this, or did you? I mean, what do you do? I've never done this before. I've never seen a dead person. So what did you do?
I know Bonnie ended up telling most of the people because I was just helping the paramedics and the enforcements. Me and Corey were doing the professional stuff.
Okay. What was your initial response reaction when you found out that Sabrina was dead?
We weren't really friends, but it's still a life that was lost, and that's sad.
Okay. Did it surprise you?
Yes and no. I know that she didn't have the best relationship with quite a few people, but it's still surprising when you were one of the last people to see him.
Did it wig you out that you were actually in there and she may have been dead at that time and
Yeah.
you didn't do anything about it?
Yeah.
Okay. The people that were at the party that night, did you have much of an interaction with those individuals there?
Not really, just since it was mostly a work environment for me.
Okay. So let's just go over your relationship real quickly with each of the individuals there. We've already gone over your relationship with Turner, your relationship with Corey, as she is your roommate. Sabrina, the relationship that you have with her, how well do you know her?
From, working with Turner, we get the gossip, and so just Turner's point of view of Sabrina.
And so your point of view of Sabrina from Turner's point of view is?
She's not the greatest.
Would you say that you like her?
I don't dislike her and I don't like her.
Okay.
She's just kind of in the middle.
Jacob Plocky, Sabrina's ex-fiance. How do you know him, if at all?
Just from serving him, so nothing.
It's a cordial relationship.
Yeah.
Thomas Mueller, the financial planner for?
Same thing.
Also. And Bonnie?
Same thing.
Just a cordial relationship. So really, of the people that were at the party that night, the people that you would say that you know better than normal, you have a relationship with are Turner
And Corey.
and Corey. Everybody else is just a acquaintance and maybe a little bit above that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you take any medicine, personally?
Yes. I take Prozac for mild depression.
Okay, so you have mood swings?
Just a little, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen a doctor for this?
Yes.
And this medication is prescribed?
Yes.
Okay. And how often do you take this medication?
Every day.
Do you ever forget to take your medication?
No.
Take it regularly?
Mm-hmm.
I have no further questions. Thank you.